Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So what you see here, the main door, it's actually the ammunition entrance. This is where we're going to get through. And like I said, we're going to do a bit of walking. So we're going to go at our pace. We're not in a rush. I've seen that some of you are interested into this activity here. We only have 1 hour, 1 hour and a half for you to see everything inside, but I'll make sure to let you like 10 minutes. But when we come here once again, you'll have time to do some still. Does that sound good to you? Yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Because we're a lot of people today, we're 37 if I heard correctly, we have to make sure that we stand together at all times because we have lots of tunnels. I don't want to lose anyone today, please. I will be like grounded if I do so, so please stay with me. We're going to start off. If you have any questions, please ask me. My name is Emma once again, so whenever you have a question, ask me. Okay? If you don't understand me as well, ask me. Okay? So we can go, we are going this way. So I'll open the door for you.
You want us to keep walking towards where?
Towards this way, I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Oop! Sorry.
We can hold it.
Oh, that's fantastic, thank you guys.
So there was a railroad track that came in to bring. Oh yeah, very much. Yeah, very much. My cousin and our grandfather was in World War I, so this was built after World War I. Hey, Chow. I know Nordhausen, that was a factory that built them. It's a slave labor camp and then a big factory. Have you ever heard?
No, but I don't know. But I'll have to pay. I'll give you.
Guys, I have a question for you. Have you ever heard about the Magellan before coming here?
Yep.
Everybody. So you know all about history?
Yeah.
A little bit. So the Magellan, as you know it, is a line that was supposed to protect France and any enemies coming from the east side, so potentially Germany and Italy. The fort you're standing in front of, here, the Semsterhof, it's the 4th biggest block of the Magellan line. That means you have more than 5 kilometers of deck galleries behind that door. If you wanted to just visit the whole fort today, it would take you 8 hours to visit.
What?
I know that because I did it last week and it was pretty bad. You have a staircase of over 150 steps to go up and you have that in each fighting blocks. We have 10 of them. This is why it gets long inside. But don't worry, we're not going to hike 5 kilometers today. We're only going to do 1 just to see the heart of the fort. So that means the power plant, where we have the living spaces areas and where all the ammunition was stored. Do you all hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're in the 2nd biggest fort in terms of artillery fire. That means we can shoot more than 3 tons of ammunition per minute, every cannon combined. So which is why it's very interesting today to visit the Semsterhof, particularly among all of the ouvrages of the Magellan line. You have more than 120 ouvrages in the line. I'll say a lot of a lot of time ouvrage, which is a way for us French people to just show those forts of the Second World War. An ouvrage is a fort of the Second World War where men were supposed to live more than 3 months in terms of autonomy. You would have enough supplies, enough ammunition for 900 men to live inside. You're going to see it's actually quite a underground city where 900 men used to live together. So I'm going to show you. Pay attention, on every door there's a little step, so don't forget about it. You have to lift your feet every time we cross a door, and sometimes the lights are quite dimmer, so just pay attention where you're walking. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, cool. Let's go.
Lights. Yeah, it smelled like this. So this whole door would have to open, right? Yeah, this whole door would have to. This alone is worth the trip. Oh, look at that. Look how many like machine gun emplacements they have in here. Like they're just all over the place.
If you get in,
Yeah, good night.
they're still going to shoot you.
Oh man, this is incredible.
Love this. I love the rail car,
Yeah.
love stuff they got set up here. New stuff coming out.
Seriously, there's like so many of these like. Good luck, like trying to. You can just sit here and shoot these people. Oh, that's where you. Dang, look at this thing. Shoot, I might want to get closer to her. I kind of want to get closer to her.
Yeah.
So I can hear what she's saying. Dang.
forward at the end of the tunnel. So whenever you're ready, we can continue.
Okay, we're just gonna head down here to the end of the tunnel, and that'll be our first stop.
It's 2 miles away.
Yeah. Keep going.
Right? Like this is oh wow.
Did you hear she said like all this was instructed?
No, not yet.
How many are you doing for us? Good. That is Matt and Connie. They were very excited.
This one they had an incredible setting for like
Oh, absolutely.
how easy would it be to just get straight up lost down here?
Oh yeah. It's just like
So it's a defensive fortification.
yeah. Well, I think we're not seeing where the outsides are. So I think without oh man, I hope we get to go into some. Like, I really hope we get to go in some of these because holy crap, there's so many cool things in here. Like, this is crazy. Look at this thing. This is crazy. Like, there's like so many things that are just sneaking off. Okay, I would do the 8 hour. I would spend 8 hours in here if they offered a tour.
Yeah. You offered a full day tour of this? Yes, please.
Like, I mean, and there's so much stuff I don't know if we have any idea. Like,
The sign is awesome.
yeah. Like, oh, look at that one. Stupid. Yeah, that's it. Bob, would you carry this for a second? Would you carry that for a second? Just,
Just spread out a little bit here, so when everybody else comes up, we can hear Emma.
Celsius inside the fort. It's pretty cool. Back then, it was way warmer. We had like something like 18 degrees Celsius, so it was better for the men that lived inside. Is everyone here? Yeah. Almost? Yeah? Do any one of you speak German? Even a little bit.
Martina, cheese, no chini.
Someone else than Martina speak? Yeah? Does that Simserhof? What do you think about when you say Simserhof in German? If you decompose the words, you have Simser and Hof. Hof means something in German.
House.
House, yes, farm. So before building the Simserhof, the fort that it is today, we had a farm, and the people that lived in the farm were called the Simser. So to pay honor to them, because they had to leave eventually for us to build everything, we call the fort Simserhof today. Some of you asked me during the little work we did before, how long did it take for us to build the fort? Because you have 5 kilometers of deck galleries, so that took 10 years for us to build everything. From 1929 to 1939. 2,000 workers were working on the fort day and night to finish it on time on September 1st, 1939. Can you imagine? Right now, if we think about the cost of one fort like this, back then it cost around 120 million ancient francs. That means today something like 60 million euros only for this fort. And remember, inside the mountain line you have more than 120 forts all in all. They're not as big as this one, so they didn't cost as much as this one, but since we're only the 4th one, so imagine the 3 bigger ones, that was a lot of money on the table. So, I didn't tell you about a few dates. So the soldiers came inside on September 1st, 1939, but the war had not begun in September. They had to wait 9 months inside the tunnels. They did exercise, they did lots of things inside to entertain themselves. We have lots of archives from soldiers inside the ammunition part of the ouvrage, just looking and just having movie nights, for instance, because we had to entertain them because the war had not begun yet. It's only in June 1940 that the German troops came over through Belgium and they encircled the line, as you know it. So this is why we only shot something like 13,000 ammunition with this fort. We had not been attacked ever. That means that we had like an ammunition shop full with 3 million plus of ammunition inside, but we only shot 13,000 of them. Since we're one of the biggest forts of the line, our role was to protect the smaller forts in the area, within 10 kilometers away from here. Another fort of the line was called Fort Cassel. 8 kilometers away from here, it was attacked by the German troops on June 9th, 1940. Our role was to protect this fort, and this is how we shot those 13,000 ammunition, but this is the only thing that we did here. After the ceasefire was signed, it was concluded that way that the French officers had to teach German officers how everything works inside, because you've seen this underground city. You have to know how it works in order to be inside. So it was concluded that way that we had to teach German officers how everything works inside. We had to do no sabotage inside the tunnels, and we had to leave, as French troops, we had to leave all the ammunition that was stored inside the ammunition shop. So more than 2 million plus inside. So it was very frustrating for the soldiers inside that were French. Imagine being just in a soldier's skin for 1 second, something that you put 10 years into the building. You waited 9 months for the war to begin, and then you shot only 13,000 ammunition and you have to give it to the enemy. Because in fact, in terms of timeline, the German troops stayed more inside than the French ones, because they stayed from 1940 to 1944 inside. Does that make sense? Yeah? And this is where the Americans came. In 1944, after 4 long years of occupation of the fort here, the American forces came here and they liberated the site for 1 whole week straight. Why 1 week? It may seem long, because the fort was initially thought to be like one of the best forts in terms of protection. We had a level 4 of protection. That's the highest standard you could have from the outside. That means concrete walls of over 4 meters of thickness. So when the Americans came, they launched bombs at the site in order for the Germans to just surrender outside and to go outside. But it took 10 years, all in all, for the 80 German soldiers inside the tunnels to get outside. Imagine. So on December 21st, 1944, we first received a radio message from 3 Americans saying, we're sitting on the fence rock. That means they liberated everything, and this is how we got the fort back today. And since the 50s, we're doing tours inside. A long time ago, the army in France did tours inside with the actual trolley that was going on in their 30s, so it was actually pretty good for the visitors that came inside. Unfortunately, the trolley is broken today. This is why you had to walk up there all that way here. But yeah. Now, when you think about living inside the fort, when you're 900 especially, you have to think about what you breathe inside the tunnels, because otherwise you cannot live inside. Those stations here are neutralization station filters, and this is how soldiers could breathe very easily inside. You have 4 stations looking the same here, only for the part we've walked down right now. So for the other 5 kilometers, we had 4 others times 4 in the other galleries. It's looking pretty old. I'm hoping it still works right now. I'm going to show you how it sounded like before. In a fort of the Second World War, where you could think that the cannons and the machine guns are doing the most noise inside, that was not the fact actually, because we didn't shoot that much. It was those stations with the engines that produced the more noise inside, and the tunnels are not helping either, because they're conveying the sound everywhere inside the fort. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping it works today, because it's actually pretty tiring. It's going to make a lot of noise, okay?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Inside. You see there's a yellow one and a green one. There's 2 pipes, 3 different ones, one smaller for everyday life, basically. One station was working 6 hours a day inside the fort, so 6 hours of this noise, imagine, inside living was just too much. But if there were any gas attack, we would close right away the yellow one, because we would not want to have air from the outside, and we would have the green one open. And with the green one open, you have 4 stations working all day long. Plus the noise they produced, you had to switch the filters every 48 hours. Imagine yourself, you have one tunnel like this, that weighs around 300 kilograms. And you have to switch all of the station every 2 days. So that was a lot of work. If you're interested in what you find inside, you can see it right on the here. You have 2 generations of filters. Sorry. So this is what you can find inside. Activated carbon here, and filters that you can still find in vacuums, cars. Nowadays it's still used actually. If we're thinking worst case scenario, that means we're being attacked and that the German troops are not only right in front of the door, but they've entered already the fort. How can we defend ourselves? You've seen those chambers, shooting chambers, to defend ourselves, because this long hallway that we've crossed before, this is where the soldiers used to live, where they used to eat, actually, so we could not defend ourselves past this point. So it was very important for us to be defended here, and if you continue down this hallway, you'll find our main staircase that leads to the personal entrance. So you have to walk 300 steps to reach there, so that's a lot of sport. And we had explosives inside this staircase. So if the enemy would come inside, the officers could make the decision of just blowing the entire staircase, to just slowing them down. Does that make sense? So we're in tunnels, right? We have power to have lights inside the tunnels. But if everything breaks down, how can we actually just go outside safely? Back then they did thought about it, think about it, sorry, and this is how you have those circles on the walls with an arrow inside of it. Do you see it? Mm-hmm. That was what Sparta said. So whenever there's no electricity at all, you'd have those rounds that close in the door, just to make sure that all the soldiers knew where the soldiers' entrance was, and they could evacuate very safely. Am I talking too much? No. Do you have any questions? Oh, that's all right. If you have, please ask me. Are you interested into engines? Yes. Yeah? Everyone?
Yeah.
You can say no. I will not bad at it.
That would go up 300.
No, we're staying on the same level.
Then yes.
No, just kidding. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So why didn't the French blow the munitions up when they realized that this was all going to be taken over by the Nazis?
Because it was concluded that way in the ceasefire that we have to leave all the ammunition to the enemy. We have to give that away. It was concluded that way from the French government to the German one. But all in all, it was very frustrating for the soldiers inside to give all of that work away. If you don't have any more questions, we're going to see the power plant where we had the current coming from, and then we'll go straight up and see the kitchens. Does that sound good? Yeah? So there we go.
Oh, it does.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Do it again. Good.
Get it?
Good.
Yeah.